name is Dwight Stewart. And the question is, what is spirit to me? What isn't? That's my question. We got a lot of names for it. Spirit, God, Allah, the oneness. I think to speak colloquially, energy would perhaps be the one term I would apply to it, if anything. It's you watching this. It's anything and everything. Like, there's nothing that isn't spirit. The awareness of it is entirely irrelevant. I mean, it's fun when it is aware of itself in something, or as something. And it's also fun when it isn't. I was raised and reared in the Bible Belt. I always loved Jesus. I still love Jesus. And that idea of God, of heaven, eternal bliss, that has always been my greatest passion, my greatest, I want to know more about that. Around high school, I was getting so into my Bible and finding so many peculiar things that Mr. Preacher Man never talked about. My Christian school never really paid much attention to, and it brought up a lot of questions in me. What is life? What am I? What is this whole concept of being saved anymore? I ended up reaching out for any and every religion, philosophy I could get my hands on. That my Bible had told me, the Word of God spoke that I will make myself known to all peoples of all nations. I couldn't help but consider, what if all these books was it making itself known to all the people? I went to the beach, I stood in the water, and then I walked west to go stick my feet in the west waters. And along the way, I'm meeting people and situations and scenarios. All the while, I'm practicing this theme of love and connectivity that I've discovered through all the culmination of all this philosophy. And it begins speaking to me so intimately in ways that I can't even describe. It's really tripped out. It was like you there was some song that you listened to all the time when you were younger, and then one day, something reminded you of that song, or someone asked you, like, what was that thing, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh, what was it? It's eating at you, and finally, you remember, and you're like, aha, yeah, that's what it was. And that sort of relief of remembering that you knew that. That's what happened to me. I remembered that I'm not this thing that, I'm not this actor. I'm not this character, Dwight Stewart. That's part of it all. But what I really am, the awareness that I am, is the everything. And this tangible thing here is an aperture, as Alan Watts tells us, through which it experiences itself. It observes itself through me. And I, as part of it, that we're even speaking, we're in this whole dualistic thing. You can really feel it and get in touch with it and hear yourself when we're not talking, when we're silent. I need to pause for a second. What I like to create is I like to connect with and inspire that divine awareness within others, within all things. And really, it's only us humans that have really kind of forgotten. When you're really in it and you look around, everything still knows. This tree knows. It can't forget. Those birds won't ever forget. So my tribe, my race of humans, are who I like to connect with and inspire the divine within. I'm doing that by just talking to people, by just being myself, and unapologetically doing what really inspires the highest degrees of excitement within me, and pursuing people and things that constantly remind me what I am and what I love to do. And one of the biggest things I like to do is I'm about to be embarking to California right now. I mean, who knows where this will go, how short or how long. The intention, nevertheless, is to venture to California, to meet with another group of people who share a very similar insight and belief as I do, and that we're going to start creating what we call spirit centers around first the country and around the world. There'll be little hubs, essentially of holistic health, that we can unite under just simply the concept of being healthy and being passionate and excited. You know, we're doing our best to remove ourselves from any and all terms of spirit that have any sort of anchor. Even saying spirit, that has an anchor, that has a particular structure of what people think of when they hear that. Or if I say God, like, that inspires a certain story for a lot of people. And we want to remove from all the stories, forget all the stories. That's all some other thing's story. That's all someone else's story. We want you to focus on your story. What are you doing in this life? What have you done? What makes you feel shitty? What makes you feel, yeah! And what are you doing to keep that? What are you doing to inspire more of that? What are you creating? Do you know that you architect your own experience of reality? Did you know that? I just love it when people are aware. I love people for whatever. I will find a reason to love you. If it doesn't just like hit me in the face, this is why I love you. This is why I love that thing. I will find a reason. And I will love you, by golly. You can't stop me. But darn, people really love to try. I think that's hilarious. I love that. I love how hilarious it is. People think they can stop me. And I'm not going to sit here and try to prove, like, oh, you can't stop me and here's why. Like, if you think you can stop me, like, I'll play your game. I'll be the actor that you've created in your experience, and allow you the space to hold on to the truth that you choose to create. And I'm gonna keep living my truth. You can cut there.